Do you know what title the American media used to describe Manu Ginóbili blocking James Harden's game-tying three-pointer at 40 years old? ESPN put up a line after the game saying Harden is too young. When the Spurs drafted Ginóbili, he was only 10 years old. This was the first year after Duncan's era. That year, the Western Conference Finals saw the Spurs face off against the Warriors. Without Duncan and Parker, even Leonard was lost after the first game. The Spurs faced the Golden State Warriors with a weakened team, and Ginóbili became the lone warrior defending the Spurs' dignity. In the third game, in just 18 minutes, Ginóbili already had 21 points despite injuries to his knees and ankles. He still gritted his teeth and attacked the Warriors' defense. His teammate Paul Gasol, who was 3 years younger, said Manu played as if he had no tomorrow. When the fourth game ended with 2 minutes and 25 seconds left, the Warriors had already secured the victory. Coach Popovich substituted Ginóbili out. Curry, Durant, and the Warriors fans all applauded for Ginóbili. The Argentine Eagle fell standing, earning the respect of his opponents. After winning the championship in 2007, the Spurs went through a difficult period. The Western teams rose up. It wasn't until 2013 that they returned to the NBA Finals. Ginóbili scored 24 points and 10 assists in the Game 5 of the Western Conference Finals, helping the Spurs take a 3-2 lead over the Heat. At the end of the third quarter of the sixth game, the Spurs led by 10 points, and the staff had already started preparing for the championship ceremony, but they were tied in the final moments and eventually lost in overtime. In the subsequent Game 7, the San Antonio fans couldn't recover and missed the championship. This was the only time in the Duncan era that the Spurs reached the finals but failed to win, and it was also when they were almost on the verge of the championship but suffered a major upset. After the game, Tony Parker cried, and Duncan remained silent. Ginóbili, part of the GDP trio, was the first to leave the locker room to face the media. "We were just one step away from having a great offseason," he said. "We're all hurting, but pain is useless. Let's start over again." At that time, Duncan was 37, Parker was 31, and Ginóbili was 36. If they were to start over, each of the horses would be older by another year. 1 year later, the Spurs met the Heat again in the finals. After 4 games, the Spurs led 3-1. In Game 5, the Heat made a comeback. LeBron scored 17 points in the first quarter. Within 7 minutes, the Spurs were down by 16 points. Was it going to be another upset? As the game looked like it was getting out of hand, 37-year-old Ginóbili stepped up. He made a 2+1 and then hit a three-pointer, pulling the Spurs back from the edge of defeat. With 2 minutes and 46 seconds left in the second quarter, Ginóbili got the ball during a fast break. Ray Allen was closely guarding him, and Bosh was already back near the basket. According to the Spurs' usual strategy, this wasn't a good offensive opportunity. They should have stopped to set up a play, but Ginóbili never followed the rules. He accelerated and shook off Allen, driving into the paint and slamming the ball over Bosch's head. This dunk not only helped the Spurs gain an advantage in points but also severely damaged the Heat's morale. Veteran Ginóbili was still the spearhead for the Spurs championship run. He represented the team's fearless determination. The Spurs completed their revenge against the Heat with a final score of 4-1.